The Crew Motorfest got a big update just this week that offers a ton of new content for the game and a whole new way to play it. So let's take a look. And with that, welcome back to Overtake. The Crew Motorfest has been out for a couple of months now and now released its first major update on December the 6th. The patch featured a whole heap of changes with a hefty size of 36 gigabytes for PC, so nothing to snag along the way. In the patch notes, the most important parts are toggles to the replayer and Kara, as well as a reworked reward flow and the ability to change parts from vehicle A to B easily everywhere you are. Oh, and many bug fixes. However, the main focus laid on a major new partnership which is supposed to build up over the coming months, and that is with Hoonigan. The Long Beach-based racing brand will bring some wild action to the island of Hawaii and surely lead to many exciting exhibitions in the meantime. For anyone who's not familiar with the brand, here's a small taste. Yup. Absolute madness awaits. While this partnership won't help with the constant memes in conjunction with Forza Horizon 5, the Hoonigan integration is much more than just a few cars, not in the slightest. Because they build an own Hoonigan island called the Playground for all your crazy driving needs. On it, you can find the desired playlists as well as in-depth explanations from Hoonigan frontman Brian Scotto. All the introductions and driving lessons will start here and eventually lead to further fun on the island. The Crew Motorfest will feature as a Gymkhana heaven for a couple of months, as the plan is to release content connected to Hoonigan on a monthly basis. If you want to be part of the Overtake family on a regular basis, then hitting that like button, subscribing, and tapping on that bell will help you achieve just that. But let's take a look at some of the specifics of Season 2 now. With the new update and the major Gymkhana cooperation with Hoonigan, of course some sweet vehicles got added for any driver crazy enough to take them on. The Hoonicorn is a 1965 Mustang, which is anything but vintage at this point. In combination with the various stunts possible on the playground, you are sure to be able to slip, drift, and burst through your missions with this bad boy. If you have the Season Pass, you will also get it right away, as opposed to have to buy it in the shop later on. Aside from that beast, some other trademark Hoonigan cars are able to be driven, like Brian Scotto's favorite Porsche 911 and his 1990 Audi Coupe Quattro. And who could forget their touch on electric mobility with the Hoonitron, or in other words, their modified version of an Audi S1 e-tron Quattro. In total, 10 exclusive vehicles got added to Season 2 of Motorfest, and a lot of them have the white brackets as the label somewhere. Hoonigan is known for taking car customization to the next level, so all newly added missions feature style elements to them as well. Now, you almost always collect points, which translate to money, or are straight up required to win the challenges. It is the first time that the Crew Motorfest drifts away from the concept of simply being fast to achieve victory, and in my eyes, it is a super welcome switch up from the rest of the action. Thankfully, the feeling of the Hoonigan cars is pretty good across the board. Of course, there are still some questionable situations where grip comes out of nowhere or the invisible handbrake gets pulled, but all in all, it is solidly supported by the game's engine. I particularly like this big block Camaro. I don't know. It has something special. From what I have gathered so far, the Hoonigan content for this month should keep you occupied for a good couple of hours. Not too shabby for a free update that is not a DLC or even a season pass only, and I think it is the only way moving forward. The Crew Motorfest is doing everything right for a game with ambitions to live for a longer time. The issues I had with games like NFS Unbound is that the updates always felt kind of empty and meaningless. Even the advertisement wasn't really spicy or teasing. It is just not adequate for the time anymore, when every racing game under the sun has licensed content and partnerships galore. You need to get creative, and especially with your updates. With Motorfest Season 2, you know exactly what you are getting, and it is a treat for anyone interested in Gymkhana. It is different enough from the typical racing to break the mold of Motorfest's usual missions. I sincerely hope they further go along this path and have a plan for what happens when the Hoonigan period runs out. I'm not saying this update revolutionizes Motorfest, and it remains to be seen how the Gymkhana stuff integrates into the game in the long run, but as of now, I was very happy with the result. And of course, we can't not mention the legendary Ken Block and his contribution to the Hoonigan and Gymkhana Gymkhana legacy as possibly the most influential person in this space. Ever since his passing, racing in general isn't the same anymore, and to pay him tribute, we will link to his last Electricana here now. So make sure to take a look at the greatest ever one last time.